Hey everybody, this is Grace. In this video I'm going to talk about something that just happened to me, or I was reminded of it. But let me start here. Have you ever met somebody who, whether it's somebody you know, or somebody you just met, or somebody you've seen on a video online, whatever is the case, they believe something. They believe it to be true, or believe it to be that you can do this or you can do that, and whatever it is, they believe it to be true. And you think to yourself, no, I don't think so, or no, you don't, so. Either one, you don't think so or you don't know so. You do know that it's not true. You can't do that. You can't say that. You can't, whatever it is, it's not what they're saying it is. You get what I'm saying? But they are adamant about. They will fight you tooth and nail. They show you or tell you about sources that they found, and who says it, and then everybody does it. The kind of people that say everybody or nobody, and they say the whole thing of it's common sense, and no, it's not. They will fight you, argue with you, and you become worried about them. Okay, because they actually believe whatever it is true, or that they can do it or whatever, and they can't, and it's not true, or they can't. You see what I'm saying? All around. And what I have said for years is, just because you think it, that does not mean it's true. But to elaborate a little bit on that, just because you think that something is, or that something can be done, or that you can do ABC and it's okay to do ABC. You can talk about something and no, you actually don't have that, you can't without permission, like a copyright or something like that. These kinds of things that, now I'm not a lawyer, I'm not any kind of legal person, I'm a social and behavioral scientist, but I'm not one to say, is it legal or not, or is it this? I'm not giving any advice, anything like that. And that could be the situation too for you, is that you're like, well, maybe, I don't know. You see? So, but anyway, back to this part. It's something that, just because you believe it, and you believe in it because possibility that a lot of people do it. A lot of people are doing it. And you would say to yourself, well, if, everybody else is doing it and it's okay with it for them, ABC has a good result, whatever, so it must be good. It must be okay. It must be all right. It must be whatever. Some people can draw a conclusion because by now somebody should know better, or they should say something about it, or if it's not, you see. And it's easy to just fall into that, to believe, because it's very common. It's something that's very commonly done. Like I said, some people will say it's common sense, when no, it's not common sense. It's common sense to them and their group, and their followers, their, groupies, whatever. They're, the people that are in that thing that they have looked up for confirmation bias. They look up something to confirm what they believe. And they won't look at stuff that says, no, that's not true. They look at only for stuff, search for stuff online, or they find other people who believe them, they befriend them, join groups, whatever. Boy, there's a lot of whatevers. But, I was reminded of this today. When it can be true, when it might not be true, when it's somewhere in between, where it's a big question of what. But it wasn't just today. I've been looking at more today. But I also did something that, back when I taught at college and university, I would tell my students, do not look it up online. Because really, things that can be online, not everything, of course, but a lot of things I have run across online are basically people's personal opinions. Opinions aren't always right. It's just their view. Like I say, if someone wants to believe that the sun is polka dotted or whatever, they can look it up, and maybe somebody has actually said that. You see? And they will believe it. Something that you can sit there and you can confirm, that's not true. It's just not true. But they will believe and they'll fight it. Okay, like I said, I was reminded of this myself. When I say you, by the way, I don't mean you. It's just a brief, making it easier, brief. It's really me. But I was reminded of this because I have done that. And it was something, I'm not going to say what, because it would be like one of those being the messenger kind of situations. Maybe I'll say it another day, but not today. It's still fresh on my mind. I'm still looking up stuff. But looking it up and making the correct phone calls, I should say. Or go to the correct officials online. Now that you can find sometimes if you know who they are. The right parties, the right websites to look stuff up. So anyway, I don't, say anything that I don't know for at least a little bit more. But anyway, it was just something that I never would have thought of. I never would have, really connected it to it. Maybe at some point, but not the same way. It's like, it's got a weird twist to it. And I actually made phone calls and asked appropriate people I have been told to ask by the appropriate people too. Boy, there's a lot of mystery behind this. But I did. I called the appropriate people. Yesterday was Friday, so today's Saturday. I keep thinking today's Sunday, but anyway, and so today I started looking up stuff online that's from the appropriate people, like I said. And it all came to a little thing going, why would I have not thought that? But some of the phone calls, it was the same kind of thing as mine, but they were the appropriate people. Okay, they are the appropriate people. And it's like, but also got wrong information too. Oh, anyway, gosh, this is so much. Okay, hopefully I'll start making a little more sense here. It's difficult because I don't want to be the messenger in this, because I know a lot of people do A, B, C and they think it's okay, but here comes X, Y, Z, and it's not good. And it could possibly. And that's something I'm finding out the more phone calls I'd made. And I even made a phone call today. Phone calls, but I only reached one person. And an appropriate person to ask. And it's like, this is kind of mind-boggling, because if this is true, there's a lot of people thinking it wrong, thinking about it a wrong way. And it's kind of like, it is in a way that kind of, it's not common knowledge, it's common sense. Things people say, but they don't always fit. They just, or maybe they did in that time, or maybe they never really fit, but it was just something people, kind of, expressions or something people made. Or, like I said, it's just suited that time, that era. And maybe they were basing it on, they could have even been basing it on some law that has changed. But they made it way back then, and it's changed now. And they don't, the expression is still being thrown around. And, but anyway, this is something that really just boggled my mind, and it made me think, I need to really do things different, in a different way. Just in case, it's just, I can understand why it would be a big no at this point, after some of the things I've read, but I would have never known that before, would not have. So anyway, yeah, I'm going around in circles, but I wanted to put this out on this channel, and who knows, maybe do more. I'm going to change things, and maybe a good start is to change and use a channel I haven't used, I don't think. I don't really know if I had or not. I have channels that I haven't used, and then I was using some to write stories on, and they were spread out over channels and giving them a try. That was not good. It was just kind of more of a waste of time, and I still have them all downloaded, so. But anyway, we'll see what I do. And I made all my channels private, the videos private, and part of it that what I was doing was online, and it was like I said, I just felt like I need a fresh start, a new start, and yeah, it's a weird thing. I'm starting to see that I'm getting sleepy. I don't know what time I woke up this morning. Last night I had muscle cramps, and yeah, I'm not a doctor or anything, but I know what works for me. I have a health condition that would work for me, but probably not for everybody else, or hardly anybody else. But I ate what I know to eat. I'm not even going to say what it is, but I did. And I woke up twice with the muscle cramps. And one was in my foot, around my ankle. I think the other one was in the leg on the other side. But anyway, so it woke me up early, and now I'm kind of sleepy. Sitting here rubbing my eyes. But anyway, new start, new beginning. Try to keep it narrowed down. I do have these stories that I had written, made rough draft recordings for, and I've been thinking that I'm just going to leave them on those channels, except for the ones I did in PowerPoint. Maybe take those down and use them, and then just do a summary of all the people that all the characters. That's a lot of characters. I think I have 200 for these series I've been writing, doing rough draft recordings. But maybe I can narrow it down. Just something new. Something that I don't know if anybody else has ever felt this. Like you have more than one channel, YouTube channel, or more than one place you do videos on. And it gets a feeling. Kind of like it's your home, and then the other one is your home away from home, or your vacation home, or whatever it is. And they have different feelings to them, because there's a possibility you do different kinds of videos, but there's also a possibility there's different people who watch them and comment and all that. So it just has a different feeling to it. And right now I'm kind of tired of all my other ones. And my first one, first made videos on it, it's like 7.5 years ago. So years ago. So I don't know. But I need a fresh start, and we'll see how long I stick to that. They're all on private as far as I know, except for that original one. I think that has videos that are public. And we'll just go from there. Anyway, I think I should go take a nap, don't you? I'll talk to you on another video. Bye.